Hi faceting friends, today I wanted to share just a quick video with you guys. I just received a lap as sort of a gift from somebody else. They were moving, they're getting rid of some stuff, and it's probably the gunkiest, dirtiest, weirdest, grossest lap I've ever seen. I just cleaned off one side and the transformation was so dramatic that I thought I should really document this one because this is actually the dirtier side. So I just kind of wanted to take you guys on a minute weekend journey as we look at this lap that seems like it's never ever been cleaned and see what is revealed underneath. So I don't know what the lap is. I'm guessing it's either tin or zinc, but I'm not sure yet. But as you can see, it's black. It's sticky. It's been in a machine that also looked like it had never been cleaned. And so I wanted to just clean off the top layer, skim it off, clean it, and get it ready to try and use it again. Maybe it still has some life in it. So word of warning, don't try this at home without adult supervision. If you have heart conditions, please stop the video now because what I'm going to do might shock and startle you. So the tools that I'm going to be using are an old diamond saw blade. So this is like out of your gemstone saw. So I'm just going to, I have it bent a little bit. This is just how I like to use it so I can get a little bit of a grip on it. And I'm also going to be using kerosene and paper towels. So between these three tools, I should be able to get this one totally refreshed. So first things first, I'm just going to skim off the top layer. So I turn on the machine. I've got the saw blade in my hand. So my thumb is kind of right in the spot where I bent it. And I'm just going to go from the inside out a few different times. And you can wipe off the gunk as you go. But you see that I'm basically just skimming off that top layer. And you can see what's just coming out. Some of it's metal and some of it's just swarf and old diamond and whatever else. Okay, we'll do that a little bit more because this thing's pretty gross. And I want to get that inner ring as well. So I'm trying to be as smooth as possible. You can see I did just give it a little bit of a groove, but I can probably take that out. Okay, that's probably good for the blade. Now, I got a brand new pack of paper towels because I know this one's going to be extreme. The other side's just so much swarf and black stuff just came off. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit of kerosene into the paper towel, and you can see what's coming off. It's quite black. So I'm just going to basically fold the paper towel, add more kerosene, do it again, and I'm probably going to have to do this a ton, as I saw on the other side. But you can see that every time I do it, it's getting a little bit cleaner. And occasionally I'll just do a dry one, just to try and pull off some of that stuff. And yeah, that's a good one. So I'm running the machine at about 1300 RPM, so it's going quite fast. That's just to make this whole process go faster. I was doing it slower earlier and it was just taking a long time to clean the lap off. So I'll just keep methodically folding my paper, adding more kerosene, wiping it down, and then occasionally just doing a dry one to try and absorb some of that stuff. And you can see already the color of the lap has totally changed, and it's going to get even lighter. Yeah, now we're getting into the deep layers of it now. And then I want to get around the edge too, because the edge has all kinds of gunk and whatever else on it. So I'll just do the same thing around the edge. And you can see, yeah, lots of ooze coming up. This is like the kind of stuff that makes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from normal turtles. Yeah. I think that they were using this lap as a master lap for preforming, I think, and I think they never took it off, because when I took it off of the machine, it was really hard to get off. It was almost like cemented in there with swarp. So, yeah, it's pretty dirty. And I'm even going to alternate into isopropyl just to see if maybe that will bring different stuff out. I can even just spray that one on, spray it as I go. That one doesn't smell as bad, so it's a little bit more friendly. But still a lot of stuff. Now we're starting to see the paper towel starting to come back not so black, so I think we're getting close to seeing the actual surface texture. And we'll do one more dry one, and then I think we're going to call it finished. For now, at least. Let's see what it looks like under there. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good. Clean paper towel. So, what do we find? First look. Okay, so at some point they were using this as a polishing lap, because you can see it's been scored. But just compare that view with the original black lap view. I'm still gonna have to do a little bit more work along the edge, because you can see that the edge still has a bunch of crud on it. This side, I think, once I cleaned it, I could see that there was, these sort of casting marks from when they made the lap, or maybe these are just old dents, but they look so round that I think they're from the casting. And you can see this side's been pretty heavily scored. So if I keep going over it with that blade, I would eventually get all the scoring out, but I don't really care. So now what I'm curious about is figuring out what kind of material this is, and it's either tin or zinc. And I was thinking, if I just took the edge of another lap, since this is a maybe I'll flip it over actually, because I think this is the nice side. I'm going to try and scratch it with another lap and see. If it's zinc, the bat lap won't do anything. If it's tin, then it should leave a scratch. And I don't know if this is actually true, but we'll see what happens. So, just going to use the bottom of my dominatrix lap, because I don't use that side. And it looks like it's not zinc, which is too bad. I was kind of hoping it was zinc. But we can see right here that I've just scratched in. So I'm guessing this is going to be a soft tin. This is most likely made in Sri Lanka, and they use a sort of a soft tin blend in Sri Lanka. So maybe I'll just go over it a few more times, or not this side. Well, I can do this side too. I want to clean a little bit more of the layers off, and we'll see how maybe I'll get underneath some of that scoring. So of course, if you guys are using super nice laps that aren't old free hand-me-downs, this might not be the best way. If you need to keep your laps perfectly flat, of course send them back to the manufacturer or send them to someone who has an actual lathe. But in this case, with this old one, I have no worries or fears about doing this, because I can always, worst case scenario, I can always take it to the lathe guy, or I can always rework it on by hand like this, so it's fine. And so now if I wanted to do new scoring, new dressing, I could. This would be the point in which I do that. Or I might even try and I have a brand new piece of diamond that I bought for flattening, polishing laps. So maybe I'll do another experiment later on where I play with that new device and show you guys how they do lap smoothing in the Thai style. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a good day, good weekend. Catch you later. Justin K. Prim signing off from Bangkok. Bye.